guys, this is Arun from Techconfigurations and welcome to the full review of the Xiaomi Redmi Note Prime. The Xiaomi Redmi Note Prime is the latest offering from Xiaomi in a very competitive budget segment priced at 8,500 Indian rupees. So the Redmi Note Prime will compete with devices such as Vibe P1M and Honor 4C, while it has advantages like having 5.5-inch HD display, Snapdragon 410 SoC and very strong camera department. Talking about specifications, the Redmi Note Prime features a 5.5-inch HD IPS display, a Snapdragon 410 chipset clocked at 1.2 GHz, Adreno 306 GPU, 2 GB of DDR3 RAM, 16 GB of internal memory expandable up to 32 GB, 13 megapixel primary camera with LED flash, a 5 megapixel secondary camera and 3100 mAh battery. Talking about the design aspect, the Redmi Note Prime features Xiaomi's signature budget-oriented design with full plastic build. The front panel features a 5 megapixel secondary camera and an earpiece at the top, whereas the 3 capacity buttons are placed at the bottom. By the way, the capacity buttons provided at the bottom do light up. The voice reception mic USB 2.0 are placed at the bottom, whereas 3.5mm audio port and the noise cancellation mic are placed at the top. The volume rockers and the lock-unlock key are placed at the right-hand side, whereas the left-hand side is left completely blank. The back panel features a glossy plastic build and houses 13 megapixel primary camera, LED flash, Mi logo and a speaker grill at the bottom. Under the back cover, we could find 2 micro SIM card slots. Both can support 4G connectivity, a micro SD card slot which can be expandable up to 32 GB and a 3100 mAh battery. Coming to the user interface, the Redmi Note Prime runs on Android 4.4 KitKat with MIUI 7.0 on the top, which was very well customized and responsive, but it does not offer a separate app drawer. The MIUI launcher also allows the user to choose different page transition effects and even different clock themes, which include tons of downloadable ones as well as 5 built-in clock themes. Same goes with the launcher theme as well. It offers 5 built-in themes as well as tons of downloadable themes, and I must say I haven't seen such a versatile collection of themes on any other devices in this price range. Now coming to the dialer, the Redmi Note Prime also features a customized dialer but had no option for direct video calling, but you can always depend on third-party apps if you want. The messaging application had no lag or delay in texting, and it does support SwiftKey. The drop-down menu was also well customized with options such as Do Not Disturb mode, torch, screenshot, guest mode, performance mode, hotspot and many more. There is also option available for manually adjusting the brightness as well as switching to the auto brightness settings, which means the device does support ambient light sensor. Talking about the storage, out of 16 GB of internal memory, 11.61 GB is user available, whereas out of 2 GB of RAM, 1.2 GB was available, which also means the UI is well optimized. Sadly, the MIUI doesn't support moving or installing apps into memory card, which is slightly disappointing. Now moving on to the settings, the Redmi Note Prime does support wireless display, USB and Bluetooth tethering and Wi-Fi hotspot. Under the notification settings, we could find an option to manage notifications for different apps and option to rearrange the toggling icons of the drop-down menu. There is also option provided to show notification icons as well as connection speed. Under the wallpaper settings, we could find some pre-installed wallpapers as well as an option called Daily Lock Screen Wallpapers, which will bring a new wallpaper every day depending on your selection of category. Under the display settings, we could find an option for display color and saturation adjustments, where the user can choose between 3 color modes such as warm, standard and cool. Under the sound settings, we could find audio settings which mainly deals with the audio output of the device, especially for headphones. Apart from the equalizer, Xiaomi has provided Mi Sound Enhancer, which provides customized audio output for different types of headphones. MIUI also comes with 2 different modes, the light mode and the child mode. The light mode offers an ideal UI for those who love lighter UI experience, whereas the child mode allows to select the apps which would be accessible to the child, while all other apps will be inaccessible in that mode. The additional settings features the customization of one-hand mode, different battery saving options as well as the option to customize the color of LED for different type of alert functionality. Now coming to the display quality, the Redmi Note Prime features a 5.5-inch HD IPS display which is very vibrant and had uniform viewing angles. The display felt very bright and it could evenly match with the Zenfone 2 flagship, which was quite unexpected. The touch responsiveness was also spot on with no jitteriness even in fast zooming. Talking about the multimedia performance, the Redmi Note Prime was able to handle both 720p and 1080p videos seamlessly. The 720p video playback was ultra smooth and had no buffering while skipping through the video. The 1080p video playback was also smooth and had absolutely no buffering while skipping, which was a pleasant surprise for me since most of the Snapdragon 410 based smartphones have slight buffering in 1080p video playback. As expected, the Redmi Note Prime was not able to handle 4K video playback, and it is obvious because it is beyond the capabilities of a Snapdragon 410 chipset. The camera department of Redmi Note Prime features a 13-megapixel primary camera with single LED flash. It does support autofocus, touch focus, face detection, and also supports shooting modes such as panorama, tie mode, manual, beauty, HSD, and scene mode. The camera UI also features different filters as well as the integrated QR code scanner. The primary camera does support 1080p video recording with simultaneous video and image capturing, whereas the user can also touch focus during video recording. The image quality of the primary camera was unparalleled in this price range and was accurate in terms of focusing and exposure, whereas the HDR mode was improving the overall details instead of overexposing, and the image felt natural. Secondary camera of the Redmi Note Prime is a 5-megapixel sensor, and it does support touch focus and face detection. There is also a beautification mode in the secondary camera which might come handy for selfie lovers. The secondary camera can record videos at 720p, and it does support simultaneous video and image capturing. Now coming to the performance aspect, the Redmi Note Prime scored 23,129 in Antutu 6.0, whereas in eNeMark 2 it scored 54 FPS, which means you could get a good gaming experience on this device. We have tested the gaming performance of the device with Asphalt 8, and it was running very smoothly even with high graphic settings, but the device did get little warm after 45 minutes of intense gaming. Talking about the browsing performance, the pages loaded very fast and it was very responsive in terms of zooming. The jQuery transition effects provided on our official page was also getting rendered without any jitteriness. Now coming to the touch input, the Redmi Note Prime supports full 10-point touch, whereas in terms of sensors, it has all basic sensors such as light, proximity, accelerometer, compass, gyro sensor, orientation sensor, gravity sensor, rotation vector sensor, and many more. It also supports LED notification and is fully compatible with OTG devices. Now coming to the battery test, it took 2 hours 30 minutes to fully charge the device from 0%. 15 minutes of 1080p video playback in full brightness, full sound from microSD card resulted in 3% drop, while the 15 minutes of gaming in full brightness, full sound resulted in 7% drop. 15 minutes of camera usage without video recording resulted in 8% drop, and 15 minutes of video recording resulted in 7% drop. So now coming to the pros and cons, the first positive thing about the device is that it features 4G connectivity on both SIM. The second positive thing is that it features a 5.5-inch HD display, which was totally great in this price range and has got very good brightness and color reproduction. The third positive thing is the good processor. It features a Snapdragon 410, which is a very good processor in this price range, and it's even used in higher priced devices like Moto G3. The fifth positive thing is the MIUI 7.0 itself, and we have seen the customizations and responsiveness of the device. The sixth positive thing is that it features a 16 GB of internal memory and a 2 GB of RAM, which is great in this price range. The seventh positive thing is that it has got all the sensors, which means you could use the VR applications on this device without any issues. The eighth positive thing is that it does support OTG connectivity, which is always great to have. And the ninth positive thing is obviously the 3100 mAh battery, which seems to be enough for a device with 5.5-inch display and a Snapdragon 410 chipset. So now coming to the cons, the first negative thing of the device is that it doesn't have any scratch protection on the front panel, which is slightly disappointing. Second negative thing is that the SD card expansion is possible only up to 32 GB, which is little disappointing since most of the devices in this price range offer 64 GB of expansion. The third negative thing is that it runs on Android 4.4 KitKat, which is slightly outdated because most of the devices now runs on Android Lollipop. So I hope they will be providing an update pretty soon. And the fourth negative thing is that the Redmi Note Prime doesn't support moving or installing apps into SD card, which might be disappointing for some users who want to install more apps and games. And the fifth and final negative thing about the device is that the secondary camera supports only 720p video recording and has no HDR functionality. So guys, that's pretty much that we have here in terms of this review. And as a verdict, I would say if you are looking for a device with a very good camera and a very good user interface, then this is the one that you should get, because it has got a very nice UI and the camera department was totally awesome. It has got all the features and was really great in our reviews. And that's about it. And thanks for watching this video. And if you like this video, please hit like and stay subscribed. Thank you.